Won't you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take five.
Right on. Ask me if it was a DJ for real. Like
DJ.
Shay Shay. But anywho, right? Y'all already know that this had to take 5 part. Had to get back into it, back for another week. We got some real sports coming in. Definitely got some real sports coming in. We love to see it. We love to see it, right? Some good old American football throwing around the pigskin paws. Like, got some good things going. Preseason start this weekend. For real, for real. I mean, I know we had the little Chargers game and everything like that, but now the preseason starts this weekend. So it's been a lot of chatter, a lot of predictions being made. Teams are making moves as we speak. You know what I mean? Like, so we just gonna have to get into it. But got Julian coming in. But what's up with you guys?
Not much. Just ready for football, like you said. Like we're only 3 weeks away, and that means fantasy football is coming up. So I'm gonna have to dominate y'all on that too. So I'm excited.
Ian's got to get his get back after fantasy basketball. It's all good.
That's true. That's very true. That's not my forte.
Yeah, neither is March Madness, but we don't have to go there either. Anything basketball related, like we could just pencil in. Like, just pencil in a couple of albums. Like, yeah, I mean, but no, I mean, he's right though. Got to get the fantasy football back into action, right? So there'll be a lot to talk about on that front. All right, get the guys in here, run that back for the one time, okay? But now let's go ahead and get into it. There's been a lot to discuss here. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's just go ahead and kick off the pod. To be honest with this, Shannon Sharp, right? Fired from ESPN. Okay, he's been in legal battles. I mean, we know what he was doing. Like, we don't really have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really have to get into it too much, right? But brother was inducted into the Hall of Fame, right? Sterling, okay? So, he was a hooper in his own right. Now, I just want to ask y'all, though, like, is y'all think it was right for Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp, to even mention the fact, like, that he's dealing with the allegations? Why his brother is having that moment. Like, he had some quote out there talking about some, like, I just hate for this to, take away from Sterling and everything he's done for the league, for everything he's got going on. Like, did y'all think that was okay for him to say? Like, that's just how I want to start this off. Like,
he had to acknowledge it. I feel like, I mean, it's pretty serious accusations that were, going on about his name. So, I mean, he had to, at least say something. I mean, I felt like it was lingering over everyone's mind anyway, so he just went out and said it.
But what does that have to do with his brother?
Bro. Shannon Sharp he's a huge figure nowadays, bro. Like, he carries weight. Like,
huge figure.
It was a distraction if he was there anyway. Like,
That's crazy for you to say. That's crazy.
How's that crazy?
It's such.
In football, he's a huge figure in football. That's true.
Quit saying that. Like,
what do you mean?
what he was trying to say is, yes, he's a public figure. Like, we get that much, right? Media personality. We understand it all. He has a podcast that does numbers. We get it, right? But still, what on earth does that have to do with his brother? Yeah.
Dude, come on, bro. Like it was. He had to acknowledge it, bro. Like, it was gonna be weird if he didn't.
absolutely not. It had nothing to do with Sterling. You know what I'm saying? Like it had absolutely nothing. Like you have to be able to separate church and state, in my personal opinion. Like I understand that it came out the same week, but not the same day. So you acknowledge your nonsense, right? You keep it in that bubble. Like, hey, you know, I just like to apologize to the friends, the family, you know, whatever. But like, we don't have to acknowledge anything about the Hall of Fame. That's an old separate, his own separate moment, right? And he should just give props to, you know, without mentioning the allegations in place. That's just how I feel about it. Like, I don't know. That's just me. Like, I'm not him, you know. I don't do things like I don't move that way. So I don't know how I would react like to something like this. That's just me. Joe, you got anything on Claire Shay before I pivot?
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys are both right in the sense that that's something that definitely needed to be addressed. But I think, you know, as valid as I think it is to say, I think that's something to kind of be kept like in-house, if that makes sense. Because I feel like when we think of Shannon, like, or as far as like what I think of Shannon, I just feel like nobody takes him seriously. I think it's, you know, it's one thing to just be like, hey, like, congratulations to my brother Sterling. It's his big moment, you know, Hall of Fame. You know, that's fine to just like say, you know, I wish that, you know, this all didn't happen to take away from his moment. I don't know. Like, I think it all is very subjective at whatever angle you know, look at it. But I think, I don't want to say it's exactly arrogant, and maybe that's the wrong word to use, but I also think it's like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I'm taking all the attention away from my brother, like, yada, yada, even though it's, you know, not a good thing. It's just like, you know, I wouldn't even say he really addressed it. It's just like, hey, like, there's all this all these accusations. There's, you know, me getting fired from ESPN. I wish that didn't come out, like, in wake of that. It's just like, I think that's something that you say, like, you just say, hey, like, I'm not going to address this out of respect for my brother until my brother gets inducted. This is his moment. And then after that, like, we can revisit this. That's what I think should have been done.
It was just bad timing. I felt like his firing, like, with his brother getting inducted. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe they could have waited a few days.
For what reason exactly? We're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like Shannon himself is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Like, it's more so like
it damn near is. Like, that's his brother. Like, only brothers to get inducted to the Hall of Fame. Like, of course, is Shannon's in the news.
It may be, but they're two separate people. First and foremost. And secondly, why do I have to wait to do anything when you're over there playing with my money? I'm ESPN talking. You're playing with my money. You're playing with Disney's money, right? Why do I have to, you know, hold back this notification?
I'm just saying, if they didn't want if you didn't want Shannon to bring it up, like, obviously he's gonna bring it up if the news, like, just leaked that he got fired from ESPN, like a $1 billion corporation.
When was the last time Shannon Sharpe appeared on ESPN? Like, anybody that has been following this story knows that he was clipped. Like,
I didn't think they'd fire him. I didn't like he was just on leave. Like, you know, people be on leave. They be on unpaid leave.
You didn't think they would fire Shannon Sharpe?
Dude, I mean, I don't know. I just thought I don't know. It was a big accusation, obviously, like, and he settled, so it doesn't really look good for him. But I'm just saying, I didn't think they would fire him. Like, they just got him there. Like, he's a big name.
Nah. But this is you know. Again,
I mean, yeah, he crossed the line. Like, he definitely, you know.
There are many lines, right, that were crossed. There are leaked audio, you know, and visual. You know what I'm saying? Like, statements that were made. that again, ESPN, Disney, like we know they don't condone that such behavior is such an
Bro,
outward, the manner there. So,
I don't
um,
blame him. But I just, out of respect for Sterling, like, I don't know. Could have had the firing a little.
but again, you're not hearing me when I say it's got nothing to do with him. Like,
But look at Shannon, bro.
I think
Like,
I think the direction of where ESPN is going has nothing to do with like Sterling being inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's
I
like
guess.
eh,
these are like
I-
again like these are three different things. Like Sterling getting inducted into the Hall of Fame is totally different than ESPN saying, hey, like we need to get this show moving because Shannon Sharp is clearly not doing it.
like,
Regardless of the allegations that are coming about.
church and state. That's my take. That's my take, right? So when we have that, Shannon, like Joey mentioned, right? He even could have waited till he acknowledged such things. Yes, people would be asking about it, whatever, but it's not even his time to, be on that. Like, let his brother have a week. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
get it. Yeah, he definitely could have brought it up like on Club Shay Shay.
Something like that. That's just how I feel about it. But now Julian apparently is coming, but got to get into some more of these takes here. All right, so a large news story that's been going about for the past weeks, honestly, right, is the Michael Parsons contract situation. Okay. He's openly requested a trade away from the Dallas Cowboys, right? Does not believe that he's being compensated for what he does on the field. Some may even say that he's the most valuable piece that the Dallas Cowboys have had over the past few years, right? It could be a hot take, but
No, he definitely is. Definitely been their best player the last 5 years.
I mean, it's definitely, football is one of those sports where, you have defense, you have offense, they both do different things. So, I may lean towards a CD, you know what I'm saying? That is just be perfect. Bro, why are you stretching your face? Do you know who that is?
you know who Michael Parsons is about to be the highest played non-quarterback in the league. He's
I'm just saying, like, you have when you play different sides of the ball, you know what I mean? Like, defense wins championships. We all know that. You know what I mean? Like, we all know that. So, again, when we talk about these contract negotiations, right, and these takes, right, it's fair to say, I'm just saying, that boy a dog. But, again, Michael Parsons, right, so he's openly requested a trade. Now, some people, Jerry Jones, believes that this is just a negotiation tactic that he's using in order to get what he wants. But as of now, as far as I have seen, nobody has budged. Okay. So I'm going to just pose this to y'all first and foremost. Is Micah in the right, based on the whisperings, right? The rooms that he's not even in about his contract situation, right? Is he in the wrong for openly requesting a trade away from the Cowboys?
No, bro. It's because they don't do business right. Last year, he went to them with his agent asking for a contract for way less market value, or the market value was way less at that time last year. Could have got they could have got Micah for like 35, a smooth 34 a year. Now he's worth like 42, 43 million. And they think that he's not going to get that. Like, there are a bunch of teams that will pay Micah, and I don't think the Cowboys understand that. Like, he can get traded and get paid for very quickly. So I don't really understand their stance. Like, are they not going to pay him if he continues to sit out? Like, are they going to trade him? I think they should trade him, just because I don't think they can really pay him or afford him and really contend, like, and have like other pieces around him. But I don't think he's wrong in this situation. Like he can get injured in practice very easily. He can tear his ACL in one move, like, and his money is just gone. Like, so I think he's definitely in the right here. Like Jerry Jones usually does budge. Like Dak got his deal. Like I think the morning of the first game, like 2 years ago. DD same thing last year. So like if he continues to sit out, I think he'll eventually get paid. But it's just weird how Jerry Jones does this every year with their best players. It's just odd.
Joey, any thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's just stingy. I think, like Ian said, we've seen this with Dak, we've seen this with CD, we've seen like this all in the past, and especially with the player of Micah's caliber. One of the best defensive players in the National Football League. Like, you kind of need to, go about this very carefully, because if, this gets put on the back burner and he, ends up losing value, you're not going to get back what you want or nearly anything that you want. You're going to get back pennies on the dollar for, again, one of the premier defensive players in this league. So, at this point, I'm not saying, you need to like trade him, you need to like re-sign him, but at the same time, like you need to get this taken care of sooner rather than later, because you don't want to see the value of this guy dwindle to the point where you get pennies on the dollar for this guy.
Yeah, I agree. Like if they're gonna trade him, like do it now while his value is like 3 first-rounders or something crazy. Like because if he goes throughout the season and just sits out, like his value, like Joey said, is gonna just diminish by the week. So like yeah, they need to pay him the 45 mil a year or just let him go like he wants or wants. I don't know what he wants, bro. Like I think he wants to be a Cowboy, but doesn't seem like Jerry wants to for that price.
I mean, he's been a Cowboy for years at this point, right? So it's something that's familiar to him, right? Probably a place that he can call home. So, develop roots, that sort of thing. So, players don't typically, right, unless he knows he'll get his bread in a more winning situation, right?
He definitely could.
I mean, you're saying that, but, you have that smirk on your face, like where he could go or something like that. Like
I mean, there are a bunch of teams. Like I'm not even saying the Eagles.
Like I don't know what these bunch of teams lining up are. Like I don't know, what you mean by that. That where he can have an immediate chance at getting to a Super Bowl.
I promise you, all the contenders in the league have called the Cowboys right when Micah sent that trade request in. Like I promise you, the phones were buzzing. Like everyone wants Micah Parsons.
Just because you want something doesn't mean you're willing to do what it takes to get it. Write that down, Joey. Write that down.
That's a good one. I like that.
Absolutely. But again, it does not mean you're willing to do what it takes, right? So, yes, the phones may have been buzzing, but again, my job on this podcast is to provide context to set us all free from the shackles of our own mind, right? So what we're viewing here, ladies and gentlemen, and right on cue. Yeah, what's up, big fella? Yeah, give it a second to calibrate. You know what I'm saying? The dust off.
It's spewing nonsense.
I hear you, bro. Yeah, it's just nonsense.
That's beautiful.
Anywho, we're talking Michael Parsons if he was right to request a trade from the Cowboys, right? I was just getting ready to put. What now?
I was saying I can hear you now.
Okay, now I was saying that we're just talking Michael Parsons if he was in the wrong to request a trade away from the Cowboys, right? I was just about to sprinkle in some context into the situation, and then you can jump in wherever you see fit.
Sure.
Now, what we're seeing here is we're in 2025. This is the player empowerment era, right? Players have had more power to sway negotiations by doing things just like this than they've ever had in the past. Now, when we talk about the past, right, if we needed a logo for the past, that would be Jerry Jones. He is a fossil living among us, right? So again, he's been stuck in his way for a long time. There's not anything that you could tell that man that's built up his business like he have, right? About these negotiations that he doesn't feel like he already knows or knows how to get out of with the best outcome for himself and whatever his constituents, whoever his constituents may be, right? So he's gonna hold out on this man, Paul, right? Just to may do what he can to lower that price, but at the end of the day, I think he will budge. And like we're saying, right, it's gonna be in the fourth quarter. Pay that man what he needs to be paid. But Joe, is Michael Parsons in the wrong for requesting that trade?
No, he's not. I mean, he spelled it out pretty well in his notes app that he posted on Twitter. There's just been a lot of BS going on with the Cowboys. I don't know why they haven't paid him yet. I think he's been trying this for 2 years prior to this one, so this will now be the third year that he's been trying to get paid, and he's one of the best players in the league. So I don't really get what the holdup is. But if I was him, I hope he stands on it and makes them trade him. Like, I hope he doesn't play. But I feel like it's just a bargaining chip. He's going to say he's going to sit out, and then they're going to pay him similarly to Myles Garrett. Yeah, so he is right, though, for sure. Like, what's his name? Jerry he's crazy, bro.
He's so thorough.
I don't know what's wrong with him. But
Dude, they could have got Derrick Henry and Micah Parsons for the amount of money they're paying Micah, or they're about to pay Micah last year.
bro, I saw someone tweet out, y'all, the Eagles are paying,
I thought
is it Smitty and Jalen, or is it Brown and
it's Smitty, AJ, and Jalen.
Jalen? Okay,
Yeah.
you're paying Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, and Jalen the same amount or less than Dak Prescott's getting paid. And that's because the same thing happened. Jerry decided to wait to pay Dak, even though Dak was playing very well. The price went up. But I had to pay him $60 million per year. So it's just like, I really don't get what's going on with the Cowboys. I don't get, like, it's never a better option to wait to pay your guys if you're going to end up paying them. You can wait and let them go, but to wait and pay is just like the stupidest option. So I don't even know what Jerry's doing. I don't know. It's really a dumpster fire going on in Dallas. So hopefully Micah can get free, bro. It's just ridiculous.
It take far, man. That Dallas situation. I mean, you've seen it dwindle over the years, like. But I don't know. Y'all can tell me y'all on NFL Twitter or whatever on the airways more than I am. So, is the hype still there? Like, oh, we finna go to the chip. Like, we should like. Do we still have those Dallas fans out there?
They're always be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cowboys, I mean, they're the biggest team, the biggest talking point, at least in the NFL. So they'll always be there. And I mean, they have good players. It's not that they don't have a good team. They have a good team. They've got Pickens now to pair with CeeDee Lamb. That's one of the best tandems in football, easily. Maybe the best, honestly. So, I mean, they have guys. Dak Prescott's obviously, he's been playing well. I think they got a running back. I don't remember who. One of those rookies, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see. If they don't bring back Parsons, though, it's really off or not. Like, I don't get it. You have a rookie head coach as well, who they didn't really believe in him. It sounded like, at least in similar Jerry fashion, he tried his head coach right when he hired him. I don't really understand it, but it's just Dallas for you.
All right. Speaking of coaching, okay, there's a take swirling around here. I definitely need y'all's input on this because it's beyond me. But the Denver Broncos ceiling is a Super Bowl this year.
No.
Yeah. Yes. Dude, if you have a top 3 defense, you have a chance to win the Super Bowl. That's true.
Bo Nix is not taking them to the Super Bowl.
Dude, do you not remember the Broncos when they had Peyton Manning when he couldn't throw a ball past 15 yards?
saying-
that actually happened.
Even 40-year-old Peyton Manning
No,
is
no.
better than Bo.
You don't think that, Julian? You don't think
No.
that?
I 100% think that.
Bo Nix was he had better stats. He didn't play better than Jane Daniels. He wasn't better. He's not a better player, but he had similar stats to Jane Daniels did in his rookie year. So that's a rookie year from a quarterback who no one thought anything of.
Do you expect
in the second year,
expect progression from Bo?
bro? What? Yes,
I'm
they
asking
have
you
a
there, too.
yes, they have a dude. When you're on a team that has one of the top 3 defenses in the league, you don't have to force anything.
Oh, they do have a great defense, but like you got to remember they play in the AFC. So now they're gonna. If we're talking about Super Bowl, Allen, Burrow, Lamar, Mahomes, you got to go beat one of
And
them.
then half those are chokers in the playoffs.
Oh
That's,
my
number one, that's not true. Then what did they do? What did they do last year? They made it, correct,
Yeah.
and it was ugly.
I mean, it's a rookie, bro. I mean, every no rookie really plays that well in the playoffs outside of like 2 people ever.
I mean, Jaden Daniels play well.
Yeah, that's one person. Like that's one of the 2. Him and
That's
Fields.
what it's too.
Yes, like no, dude. Rookies, you have to give him leeway. He made it to the playoffs
No.
his rookie year. That's a very good
He
feat.
had a good rookie year. I don't think that he's going to be great ever. Honestly, I've
How can you even say that?
I've had that take since I was talking about him pre-draft. Like,
You're talking about college, bro.
No. I'm talking about him as a player.
But you can get better. You can't get that. Like
I don't
that
think he's
doesn't
going to
make
get better at year 25. Like I'm saying, he's not going to get better at football. You know, like I'm talking physically.
Okay, dude. I mean, mentally, you can get better at the game. That's true.
No, I think he may. Hopefully, he'll settle in. In the next few years, I would hope so. He has a good coach, a good quarterback-friendly coach. So
Settle
that
in.
bodes well for him. Yeah.
Make the playoffs, bro. What do you mean?
Oh, I'm
He's
not.
already settled in.
I'm saying I hope he gets better. I'm saying hopefully he progresses in the next few
Oh,
years.
I mean, yeah, I think he
Settles
will.
into the offense. I'm saying like the rookie mistakes will go away, things like that. The
If he
game,
does,
game slows
that-
down.
if he does, then how are they not a Super Bowl contender with the best defense in the league?
They
They
have
have
a-
the best defense in the league.
I don't think that they do. Number one, and I don't think that they do. They have a great defense, but I'm just saying. I also think that quarterback matters when we're talking about Super Bowl. It matters.
See,
Dude, you don't.
you gotta know which buttons to press around. You know what I mean? Like you gotta know what's gonna get him going for him. This is funny, but yeah, AFC. How can you argue with that though? Like, what's your rebuttal to that?
I mean, my rebuttal is in the playoffs. I mean, outside of probably Mahomes and Josh Allen, maybe Burrow, I guess. But I mean, his defense is so bad. I don't think like he's ever going to contend anytime soon. So it's really just Mahomes and Joe Burrow who really play well in the playoffs when it comes to the AFC. So
Josh
like
Allen doesn't play well in the playoffs.
I said, Josh Allen and Mahomes. Outside of them two,
No, you said it. Mahomes and Burrow.
no, I meant Mahomes and Allen. Mahomes and Allen.
Burrow
play well.
doesn't play well in the playoffs.
I'm saying I don't think his team will ever contend enough to be in the playoffs. Bro, his defense is the worst in the league.
They
He
were
can't
last year.
they can't really contend, bro. And they're gonna get worse when they don't sign Trey Hendrickson or whatever, or they
I
sign
think
him
they're
for
gonna
$50 million. Yeah, okay. When they won't be able to pay anyone else, like they're in a hole. Either way they go. Like the point is, I don't think the only teams I think really that will give them problems are the Chiefs and the Bills. Outside of that,
You think that they're going to beat the Ravens? I'm sorry, like this is kind of pissing me off. You think they're going to beat the Ravens in a playoff game?
Bro, we can just be honest, bro. Lamar plays worse than he does in the regular season.
Okay. Name who Lamar's lost to in the playoffs. Okay, of recent. Don't give me rookie, right? Because that you're just talking about rookie, and he was on a garbage team when he was a rookie.
That's fair. That's
Build
fair.
him to the playoffs, right? So let's talk recently. Lamar's
Chiefs.
lost to the Bills
The Chiefs.
twice, and he lost to the Chiefs.
Okay, those are the two teams I said are very good.
Oh, this is not that though. This is not that. This is the Broncos. You think that Bo Nix is gonna go beat Mar in the playoffs?
I mean, I don't think Lamar's gonna play. Lamar has to show me he can play.
Lamar has played very well in the playoffs. He did it last year. They went to the AFC Championship and were one play away from winning. I'm talking 2 years ago. Like 2 years.
2 years ago.
Huh?
And did what? And did what when he went and he had an opportunity to go to Super Bowl and did what?
What do you mean? They lost. They
He
lost
played
to the
bad.
Chiefs. He did not play bad. They didn't run the ball for 30. All right.
He
don't
played
wanna-
good that game. He played
don't-
good. He
I
played well
don't
enough to win.
I don't want to. He personally, I think he played fine, but his team they didn't play well. He's there. You're relying on
Bruh.
who was he relying on? What's the little guy?
Excuses,
Zay
bro. All
Flowers?
their excuses.
Bro,
I mean, the play caller was the story after that.
your team matters.
Like,
Your
hey,
team matters. If you're a run first team and you don't run the ball, it's foolishness.
you know,
And then your number one pass catcher
use
is a
that.
playoff dropper. We're talking about playoff droppers. Your number one pass catcher continuously sells you year after year. Mark Andrews, every year it happens. Not just last year. Last year was in egregious fashion. But every year he makes a horrible play. That
So does
loses the
Lamar.
game.
So does Lamar. So does
Not
Lamar.
true.
Every year he does it in the playoffs. He makes a play and loses in the game. He does it every year. Yes, he
Not true.
does.
I
He
don't
did
think
it
so.
last year. He did it
Last year he made a play that lost him the game.
Yes, he did. He turned it over twice. He turned it over twice in the first half. That happened.
I'm saying, but that lost him the game.
Was it not a fumble six? Am I remembering that? Like,
No, it was not a fumble save.
okay, well, it still lost them points, and they ended up scoring the next drive. So
Did they?
the Bills
You
did.
don't
Yes,
remember.
I do. I remember because they lost them the game, bro. I remember these
That
turnovers.
okay, wait. I just want to be clear. That lost him the game.
They wouldn't have not been in that position to have to tie the game if
Wait.
Martin turned over
He
twice.
threw the ball to an all-pro tight end on a 2-point conversion on a catch that, on God, you and me can make.
Oh, bro.
You and me can make the catch on my life. Both of us can make the catch. And the
Okay,
guy
bro. We're
dropped
gonna
the
fall away
ball.
from the point, bro. The
That
point
lost him the
is
game. I'm just saying.
Lamar.
That,
The point is Lamar does not
No.
play to his standard, bro. It's just true.
I agree.
It's-
But listen, his standard, dude, Lamar not playing to his standard is still well above Bo Nix, bro. You have to remember there's levels to this shit, bro. It's
it doesn't
not
matter, bro.
it's not-
He's not
it's
facing
different.
Bo
The
Nix.
margins
He's
are
facing
very
the
thin.
defense.
No, listen though. The margins are very thin when we're talking about you have to go to Arrowhead, right? Or you have to go to Buffalo. Those are very thin margins, right? So Lamar not playing to a standard could cause him to lose that game. They're playing versus Denver, bro. It's not the same.
What?
Again, the team has not had success since
What
Peyton
about
Manning
the
was
team,
there.
bro? This is a new team. This is a young team. They have the best corner in the league. He's 20 something.
like,
Bro,
they're
I
going
like-
up against-
I like all the players on the Broncos. I think they're a good team. I think they even maybe got a little better this year, right? I don't think that they're gonna beat the Ravens though. I don't even think they would mess with the Ravens in the playoffs. I don't think it would be close.
It's a battle tested squad in the Ravens. Like,
Yeah, like the Ravens,
take that
you got to
into-
think all the failure that they've had. Like that's experience, right?
The Broncos haven't had failure,
The Broncos have made the playoffs once in the last 15 years, bro. What are you talking about?
bro. But they still
And
have.
they got dominated in the one game.
I mean, but they've had teams
And
that.
Bo Nix is their quarterback. I don't think that's not he's not a needle mover. He
Bro,
never has been ever in his life.
you can win playoff games.
Any team.
You can win
Auburn,
playoff games with the game manager,
Oregon.
bro.
Huh?
You can win playoff games with the game manager if you have the right defense, bro. He's the number one.
No,
He's,
that's fine.
okay,
But
he's
you have to
undebatable
have-
top 3 defense in the league. So
You have
he
to
doesn't have to do
you have
much
to have
to
a
win the
defense.
game. That's true.
You can't just have a defense. That doesn't work in the NFL. You can't just have a defense. You have to have a defense and a complementary offense, right? So
Yeah,
they
run
need to get
game.
a running game. Yeah.
Yeah, he
If
has
you're-
one.
Does he? He may get one
He had
this
one
year.
last year.
Not really. He may
What do you
get one
mean?
this year. They need a back.
Did they not have Javante?
He's gone now. He's
Yeah,
on
I
the
know.
Cowboys. And
Yeah, I
what's it
know,
called? And
but-
Javante was bad last year. He was not
But-
good.
He was complimentary enough.
No, he wasn't. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't enough.
But
As
it
a,
was
as a,
good enough
as a
for him to
Javante
have-
Williams fantasy owner, he kind of sucked.
He,
I mean,
yes,
yeah,
he was not good.
I mean, he's not. I mean, he's not like a one of the top 10 backs, but I mean, he was okay. Like
Not a
he's
top
average.
20 back. He's not a top 30 back.
He's an average back, bro. The point is they had enough. Like, and if it gets better than that, then that's scary for this team. He's only going to get better. Cortland Sutton's only going to get
I'm just
better.
saying, is he going to get better though? There's players who hit their ceiling quickly. Is my thing. I don't think that I'm just being honest. I've told you, bro. I be seeing some of this stuff, and you be saying I'm hating, right? Like let's go back to Tua, bro. Like right quickly out of the gate, right? Quickly out of the gate, I said, yeah, he's playing well, right? But he's not. I don't think he's going to get much better. He got a new coach. right? Offensive guru, quarterback friendly system, Tua friendly system. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. There's guys who are just not good enough, right? So when we're talking about comparing them to people who are legends, Burrow, the 4 quarterbacks in his conference, those guys are legendary. 3, excuse me. Those guys are legendary.
Yeah, but like you
4,
said,
no,
team
4.
matters. Did you not just say team matters?
Team does matter. They have good teams. Lamar may have a better defense than him this year. Look at his team.
Yeah, Lamar has had, you know, elite
A
teams.
defense.
What has he done?
He's had a good defense. He needs weapons on offense.
Keep the
Nothing.
phrase the Broncos, dog.
He
Let's
needs
not go
passing.
to Lamar route. Let's not
He
go
needs
to
passing weapons. But I mean, yeah.
But yeah, no, that's interesting there. I personally can't see it, right? But you know,
Super Bowl ceiling is fine. I don't know. It's hard to have a Super Bowl ceiling when you haven't won a playoff game in the last 12 years. You know, teams don't really just do that. You don't really come out of nowhere.
It's all facts. That's all facts. Anyway, y'all got anything left on that Broncos take before we keep it moving? We got some more football to discuss.
Yeah, y'all sit here and tell me the Falcons can make the playoffs, but the Broncos can't.
Anyway.
But
The Broncos can make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl.
I'm at Super Bowl.
We don't. If we played in the AFC, I would tell you we're not winning the Super Bowl. We're not going to the Super Bowl. I think it's a long shot for the Falcons to go to the Super Bowl in the NFC. I wouldn't even say that. You haven't heard me say that ever.
Sure.
Anywho,
Sure. On video.
so we got preseason this weekend, gentlemen. We got preseason this weekend, right? So we had a little game between the Seahawks and the Chargers, right? Now we got a chance to get a little preview, see some of those guys, some of those second stringers, third stringers play. Now, some more news I'd like to discuss with y'all, right, is coming from some quarterback situations that we have here. Okay. So it's been announced that Cleveland Browns, Shedeur Sanders, right, is going to be the starting quarterback.
It's that time.
All right. Now, some of us, like Julian, showing us, right, that could be good news, right? That could be good news. But on the other hand, we have Anthony Richardson, all right? He's also been announced to be the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts preseason, okay? Now, as you can see, there's not much revelry about that. Like, there's not the same, it's not the same rah-rah about that stuff. I just want to know how y'all feel, to be honest. Like, if we'll start with Shedeur, like, how do we feel about that? Looks like he's doing some good things in that quarterback locker room that they have. And, just one step up, get to see him on the big stage. But, yeah, how do we feel about Shedeur coming out in preseason?
Someone else go first.
I mean, I'm excited to see what he looks like with the team. They have Jerry Jeudy, right, as their number one. I don't know who's going to be playing with in the preseason, but
I know one.
yeah, probably no one really good. But hopefully he does well. I'd like to see him use his legs, escape the pocket, be kind of mobile. I think that helps a lot in this league. But yeah, I'm excited to see what he does. I think he does have a chance to start this year if he shows them something, but it's going to be a long shot because they have Joe Flacco, who they already trust in their system. Dylan Gabriel, who they picked in the third round, so he does have a tough feat. But I think if he does play well, he has a shot. But definitely has to show them something.
I honestly think that we're seeing the tryout. This is the most important moment of his, early career here, right? What he shows on this stage will not only create waves throughout the entire sports universe, right? But on that team as well, because of course they like to have someone dynamic in that pocket, right? And if he's able to show that maturity, that cool, calm, collected presence that we saw on that collegiate field, right, on this big stage, right? like Ian said, I mean, he's gonna have a shot to be that backup going forward, and really solidify himself in that locker room. So definitely excited to see what he does. And Lord knows we'll all be watching. We'll all be watching.
I agree with that one. He just needs to give himself a chance because it seems like they're not giving him much of a chance in the practices. Like, I mean, one thing that people don't necessarily remember about pro sports is that GMs will always try to save themselves first. And there's a lot of politicking that goes into who actually plays, at least on most teams. So Dylan Gabriel will get a chance to sink the ship before Shedeur gets a chance. And he did catch a break with Gabriel getting a little banged up. So I don't think he's going to play this game at all. But, I mean, it's a pretty uphill climb for him to actually be able to ever win that job or at least get first team reps. Like, I think that's what he needs. He needs to be able to play with the guys who he will on Sundays. And right now he's not doing that at all. And that's not necessarily good. He's throwing to coaches and equipment managers and stuff. I don't really get it.
Guys like me for real. Like
no, for real. Like it's crazy. And like, we see some clips. I don't put too much in the camp, honestly. I'd rather see guys play. But I mean, what I've seen is like Dylan Gabriel doesn't look better than him at all. He's playing versus, I guess, different guys. So that could be why. Or he's getting more opportunity. That could be why as well. But he too is not a needle mover and never has been, So I never got that draft pick in the first place. That one actually blew me. Like that was actually when I was like starting to get blood in the draft. Cause like we had seen the Browns had like 15 picks in the draft. And like it had got to day 2.
Yeah.
Like, Shedeur's gonna get picked here. Nope. Then they come again. Shedeur comes up, or Shedeur's available, and they get a Gabriel over him. Like, that was just like he's 5'8", bro. He's 5'8". I never got it. But shout out to all of them. Hopefully he plays well. I just want to see him get a chance to be able to compete for that job. And I think he needs to play well to do that. So
I just gotta acknowledge something to Johnny. I'm gonna let you speak, bro, but like watching that draft was the funny thing. Like you just started conjuring up excuses for teams to draft Shedeur. Like, maybe they can, fit him in. Oh, maybe he could be the wide receiver. Like, he just started making stuff up throughout the draft. And it just kept going. That was some bad. But Joey, what you think about Shedeur in this situation, man?
I mean, look, like I think, he fell really hard, in my opinion. I think definitely he's going to have to improve himself. I feel like you need a little bit of a dynamic feel out of him. I know Ian mentioned you got to see him on his feet. You got to see him move. I think one of the big questions that we addressed, or definitely was addressed in the media at some point, was, does he have pro level athleticism? And I remember that was like kind of a real concern. I just don't know if he will be able to out athlete everybody else. And I'm not expecting him to just like totally, Lamar Jackson just barrel through these D lines, all this stuff. Like, no, like I don't know. I think there's a lot that remains to be seen. I'm taking with a grain of salt because I think there are some really huge reasons why he fell where he fell. But obviously I hope that he carves out a nice role for himself and, establishes himself in this QB room. And, I think they have the weapons to do that. I mean, like if he really establishes himself with a Jerry Jeudy, with a David Njoku, like I think, that'll be crucial for him.
See, my only pushback for Joey and Julian is again, like hope is for Disney movies. You see what I'm saying? Like hope is for 3-year-olds. Like I hope Tooth Fairy, that sort of stuff. Show me, right? This is not just for the Browns that we're talking about here. This is going to alter the trajectory of his career, right? If we put some good film on the ground, then the rest could be history right here. I'm glad that he got this opportunity, right? And nothing about hope or anything like that. I'm glad that he was able to get this opportunity because, again, we are all going to be watching this. We want to see how it transpires. This will be the most watched preseason game that we have, period. As soon as he steps foot on that field, that's what we're going to be tuned into. Now, I want to talk about this other brother. Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson. No, I'm sorry. I'm not even laughing at bro. It's just like, no, my dad had picked him up in fantasy, right? And yeah, he used to be sick to his stomach. Anthony Richardson, what do y'all make out of his just situation overall with the Colts, right? We obviously know that he's dealt with some injuries, you know what I mean? And he hasn't quite panned out to the young player that we had hoped, for him to be right here. And now we're saying that he's going to be that starter for the preseason, assuming that's meaning that he's lost, that starting job for good going forward, right, for the near future. So what do y'all believe about the Anthony Richardson situation here?
I don't think that's true. I actually think that they're making this an open competition. That's why they're allowing him to play this preseason. Like this is a show me moment. I think this is a super, super show me moment. Like I think Daniel Jones will play as well. It's going to be him first quarter, Daniel Jones second quarter. I don't know how they'll split it up. But, I mean, if he doesn't get much better in terms of the show me, if he can complete 55% of his passes, 60 maybe, I feel like that's pushing it. But he's got to be sat down or got to move positions or something because it's just like
positions.
No, he's a football player. He can play football, but quarterback, if you can't complete 50% of your passes, you can't play. That's not a winnable situation.
Yeah, he'll get run out of the league.
Absolutely. So I don't know. I'm hoping for his sake that he just got a little more polished over the offseason. And there was questions about his character, not necessarily if he's a bad guy or not, but just like work ethic and things like that. And they were tripping about when he tapped out of the game and things like that. A lot of things that we didn't need to be talking about off the field, especially when his on the field was so bad. Like you can't make it worse. So for his sake, I really hope he plays well. I would like to see him get the chance to play first. I'm talking regular season because you invested so much in this guy. I think he was a top 5 pick. Obviously, he's a plus athlete, plus talent-wise, almost over any player in the league. But, man, you already know what Daniel Jones is. So I guess that kind of raises your floor a little bit. Like, what you have as a backup option. So I would like to see Anthony Richardson at least get his chance before you kind of move to Daniel Jones if it's going pretty poorly. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I agree with you on his talent. Like coming out, like I remember like seeing his first 3 games on the Colts. Like I was like, man, he might be special. Like he might be like one of the next ones because like he was running, throwing it deep. Like his arm was showing like that he could really throw the ball. But like you said, his accuracy is just way off right now. I think that's something he can definitely develop, but he has to do it real soon. Because like he could I feel like they could run an offense like kind of like Jalen Hurts to where like they run the ball more. They throw like when they have to, just to make it easier on his play style, I guess. But he's also kind of injury prone, so like I don't know if that's the best for him. So he's just in a sticky spot where he just needs to get better at throwing, and then everything will fall into place. But I think early on in his career he didn't have the best pass catchers, but with Tyler Warren coming in, Alec Pierce, his 3rd, 4th year, Michael Pittman's getting better probably, hopefully. You know, they have a good run game, so like he has the pieces around him. So like we'll see what he's made of this year for sure.
Joey, what's my job?
I'm waiting for you, Mo. Oh, you, man.
My only thing is this, bro. Like, when are we gonna stop trying Danny Dimes?
Whoa.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Let me help y'all understand where I'm coming from, bro. Like, I know we like to believe that this is Madden. I know we like to believe that the locker room is just kumbaya, kicks and giggles to where, you know, I'm just happy for a brother to get a chance. This, that, the other. Right. If I'm Danny Dimes, I'm looking at bro, I'm saying the same thing y'all mentioned. I mean, bro, he can't stay on the field. You know? I'm more accurate. You know what I mean? Like, what are we even playing around right now for? Right? You started him in preseason because he's going to back me up. And that should be the thought process that's going on in that coaching. Like, that's how I feel it.
Not even.
Bro, I'm Danny. I put time in. Like, I already, fell on my
put bad time in. It's been bad time. Like, if we're gonna provide context, let's fully contextualize the situation. Let's understand how bad he was. He got benched. Did he get sat down for Tommy DeVito?
Yes.
Bro, if you get sat for Tommy DeVito,
I fell on my
think about how bad you are.
Nobody to pick me up. I had to go to a different team. Bro, gonna have to go through the same trials and tribulations.
That's a dire situation.
I'm Danny though. Like
DeVito.
This is dire.
DeVito.
DeVito's
got NFL real reps because Daniel Jones was a starting quarterback on his team. That's dire, bro. Like that is like that situation is as serious as it can get.
But Anthony Richardson's on that trajectory, honestly. Like if he does that even 2 games into this year, he's like Daniel Jones. He's gonna get cut.
Looking at it, I don't care what bro doing with the second string, the third string. Y'all brought me here because y'all gonna rock with me, right? That's all I'm saying. So it's just like I don't even know, y'all got the news clicking and then this, that, and the other. Bro need to be my running back, my tailback, right? And let's get it done. Like I don't know. You have to, but in all seriousness, like you have to take into account the ego of these players. Like it'd be one thing if you say, "Hey, we all in on Daniel Jones, right, going forward, right? He's gonna be our quarterback, and we'll see what Anthony Richardson got." But this flip flop, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you believe in me? Do you don't? Like, what's going on here? Like, what do we do?
My only thing about the situation is you can't let it be a Trey Lance situation. The 49ers, they I won't say they mortgaged their future, but they did send, I think, 3 first-round picks away to draft Trey Lance, and they had no clue what he was when they traded him. He never got a chance to play because he played a little bit, got hurt. Or you got Jimmy Garoppolo, played a little bit, got hurt, and then he really never got a chance again because Brock Purdy was playing so well. So it worked out for them. Colts are not going to get that lucky. There's not a Brock Purdy waiting in the wings, right? So you can't let an Anthony Richardson be a question mark. Like, I think you have to know he's ass. Like, it's a show me moment, but show me your ass too. Like, I want to say that you can't play because we picked you in the top 5, They can't let it be a question mark. You can't start the season with Daniel Jones. Come on.
No, I feel like, honestly, if they're going to just, take their losses, they should just trade him and not even play him. Because if he goes out there and shows he didn't get any better, like his
if it's just that bad in practice, I guess they would know. But I'm saying I would rather see him play in a real game. Like he's a gamer. Like I assume he's a gamer. That's what they drafted him to be.
Yeah.
He didn't complete passes in college football.
Perhaps
he completed 50% of his passes.
To Ian's point and credit, right? If it does go wrong from here, it's gonna get really, really wrong, really quickly.
That's fine though. I would rather know that you suck than watch Daniel Jones play football. I don't want to watch that. What are we watching? There's no hope. You have no hope in your team if you play Daniel Jones week 1. Think about that. Your fans can't even be excited, bro. Daniel Jones is trotting out week 1.
Bro,
no one's excited.
Like, anyway, All I'm saying is this. Like, all I'm saying is this though. Like, if it doesn't pan out, there's nowhere to run.
No,
There's
exactly.
nowhere to hide.
Go to
Like,
tight end.
tight end. That's crazy.
Give it to me.
I'd say 5. We can't get out of here without a little tape review. All right. Got to get a little tape review in. A lot of this is basketball based, right? Since we don't have no season talk, right? But still got to get it in. Make sure y'all follow us on all platforms, right? 7 p.m., sometimes 7:30, but usually Tuesday. Y'all just stay tuned for those updates, right? We go post when we post. No, we're not a Philly sports fan page. No, we're not a Philly sports fan page.
We definitely are.
Big man, so y'all just stay tuned. We got the edits, right? We got the clips, everything like that, man. Y'all just tune in for that, right? So y'all just tune in. So if you look at this here, if you look at this screen, right? This whole left panel mostly has to do with point guards all time. Okay, specifically Kyrie and specifically Chris Paul. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I've been known on this podcast to have my biases, right? So I'm gonna try and keep that away from the discussion that we're about to have about these guys all time, right? But there's a couple of things that we got to get on. So the first take we have is that Kyrie Irving wasn't even better than Pete Kyle Lowry. Okay. Now that definitely was an eyebrow raiser, right? A lot of people had a lot of things to say about that, but I'm not done. Okay. The next take we have to look at is that Kendrick Perkins said that on the other front, Chris Paul is not a top 10 point guard of all time. Okay, he's not even ranked above guys like Russell Westbrook, right? Could be a razor, you see the reactions lead up to these statements, right? And then lastly, right, we bring the two collide, Joey, with us saying that let me blow this up too. Right, so we can all kind of get a view of this, but CP3 is greater than Kyrie, but Kyrie is better than CP3. So we have a lot to discuss, right? We definitely have a lot to discuss because the way we're ranking these players, it seems like we're missing clear criteria of how we're doing this, right? So I just want to ask y'all the question of why, right? Why do y'all believe this gentleman thought it was all right to tweet that Kyrie Irving wasn't better than Pete Kyle Lowry? Like, what do you think his thought process behind that could have been besides the obvious fact of trying to troll the internet? Like, does anybody have an answer to that question?
Absolutely no.
I think you could argue, out of your point guard position, you need a floor general, you need a leader, right? You talk about, Kyle Lowry. Yeah, you could say he's a better defender. You could say he's a better playmaker. You could say he's a better, overall leader than a Kyrie Irving, right? But I think when it all comes down to it, Kyrie Irving has made 4 finals. So I mean, like, and not to mention hit one of the greatest shots of all time. Like, we can't just totally, we can't just totally dismiss that. And I think as far as like all around, okay, sure, but we can't say that Kyle Lowry holds a candle to Kyrie Irving as a scorer, as a shot creator. Was Kyle Lowry good? Yes, I think so. But like, I don't think it's particularly close. Whereas I think we've seen Kyrie be able to defend, at times, not the most consistent, but I think he is capable when it's needed. Playmaking, same deal. He's, we don't look at Kyrie Irving as a playmaker. Kyle Lowry, we definitely look to as a playmaker, a floor general. But Kyrie, I think, can. I think it's just more so we think, okay, Kyrie Irving is under, LeBron James for most of his final appearances. And I think, Morgan had attributed this earlier this week, hey, that definitely has something to do with it. But also we can't act like, Kyle Lowry was like, we can't act like Kyle Lowry was the best player on that Raptors team, or even that he was some sort of huge factor on that second Jimmy finals team. Right? Like, I don't think that's, totally a route to go. And I know Morgan likes to act like, him and Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan ran the East on the Raptors. No. What are we talking about here?
They're top of the East.
They called it LeBronto.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
they called it LeBronto, right? And they also called Kyrie his son. Like, said LeBron was his father figure. Like, that's all. That's also something that that happened. But I mean, Joey, you keep going, man.
I'm good. I said what I needed to say.
All right.
It just comes down to, bro. It just comes down to Kyle Lowry not being an all-time great, bro. Like, y'all.
Wait.
Not an all-time great.
What do we mean by that? What do we mean by that?
Bro,
He's
what?
not an all-time great. He's not an all-time great.
Dude, what does Kyle Lowry do great?
He's good. He was very good. A very good NBA player. We can say he was a great NBA player. Okay. But he's not an all-time great. He's not an all-time great. He's not. Will we remember Kyle Lowry? No. It's not like it's getting disrespectful, but it's not disrespect, Like, we've got to think about, there's so many guys who we would put over Kyle Lowry. Like, I'm just thinking about my childhood. Like, Kyle Lowry would probably not be a top 10 point guard during that time. The point guards were really running stuff.
What time are we talking about?
Like, we're talking about like Jake Kidd, Nash, Chris Paul, Darren Williams, Chauncey Billups.
Young at that point. Like,
even John Wall.
No, I'm inserting him into those eras. I'm saying if you inserted Kyle Lowry into those eras, he probably wouldn't be top 10. So we can't compare him to a Kyrie Irving Kyrie was top 75, was he not? I don't know if he made it or not. He should have if he didn't.
I mean, I'm sure.
I don't think he did.
Even if he didn't, like, they tried him. If not, like, he's one of the best 75 players to ever play the game. So we can't even.
Exactly.
We can't possibly put what's his face over him, a Kyle Lowry.
It just boils down to, again, Joey had some great points, right? When he was speaking on the situation. Kyrie Irving is one of the most skilled basketball players to ever grace the hardwood. There are things that he can do with the basketball paws that some people cannot even fathom, can't even wrap their eyes around. Like, they can't do it, like, at all. Would you not agree, Julian?
Of course I would agree, but I feel like this is now too complicated.
No, we're not making it complicated. I'm just saying, like, when we talk about skill, Kyrie Irving is one of the greatest, most skilled players to ever play, right?
And production. Don't forget about production.
But we're having the conversation of better. Okay. Right? Better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so now let's get really complicated. Because Ian asked me a question yesterday about who I would rather start a team with. All right. Who would I rather have point guard my team between Kyle Lowry and Kyrie Irving?
Don't do it. Don't say it.
But let's look at history.
What history? You're gonna rewrite history?
Let's look at history. if I don't have a top 5 player of all time on my team,
If
Kyrie going to take me there?
why are you gonna say? Why are we doing ifs?
I'm just saying, we're looking at history. If I put Kyle Lowry on that Celtics team with Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum,
Bro, what?
all them boys, right? Are they not going far?
Bro, you sound ridiculous right now. We're not doing hypotheticals, bro. Real life and what happened. Kyle Lowry never ever got to the status that Kyrie got to, like as a scorer, as a player. Period. Like
Kyle
playoff
Lowry didn't
performer.
peak higher than Damian Lillard.
Yeah, like whoa. There are levels, bro. He's at the bottom. He's at the bottom.
Close. I'm saying Kyle Lowry didn't peak anywhere close to Damian Lillard.
In terms of great point guards, Kyle Lowry is not like
He's not an all-time great, like I said.
he's not up there.
Shout out to him, though.
NBA champion, multi-time All-Star. Like
He was cool. No, he was really good.
Good
we
player,
have to
yeah.
take that into account. I'm not going to stand for not calling him an all-time great. He's an
He's not an
all-time
all-time great. We can't.
Just
Every
not-
player can't be an all-time great.
first ballot. Yes, they can. Like if you're a multi-time All-Star and you've won a finals, you can be considered an all-time great. Like we can do that. We most certainly can do that. He built a career.
Did he peak higher than Isaiah Thomas?
No.
Little Isaiah Thomas.
Don't be ridiculous, bro. Don't be ridiculous.
Did he?
As an individual player, I don't
On
know.
my life, he did it. He did it.
What? Oh my
What are
God.
we doing? He,
Isaiah Thomas?
little Isaiah Thomas peaked higher than Kyle Lowry. For
Bro,
sure.
it's not even about that, bro. We're talking about leadership, wins,
Bro,
playmaking.
intangibles.
all the things that these are.
Nah, you said better player, Morgan. You said better player.
For sure. Who would I want on my team to take me there? I've seen him do it with DeMar DeRozan and Terrence Ross the boss.
Where did he take
I've
them?
seen with Kyrie, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, same boys that won their own championship. Putrid. It didn't work.
So,
It didn't work.
bro,
He was hurt,
Only
wasn't he?
once if you have somebody that's top 5, like I'm talking
Like-
like transcendent.
the longer this goes, it's going to get more disrespectful because there's a lot of guys who we can compare Kyle Lowry to that are actually on this level. That like did he pick higher than Drew Holiday? No.
Holiday is a multi-time champion.
Yeah, Drew
What
Holiday
are
is
we
a great
saying?
player. Drew Holiday is not better than Kyrie. We all know this. We would never put Drew.
It's not like because like again, that's
You're
why I
ridiculous.
brought up
No,
the
no,
first
no,
point.
no,
That's
no.
why I brought up the first point. We're talking about skill on offense. That's what we talk about when we're talking
No,
Kyrie.
better
Skill
player.
on
Who's
offense.
better? Who's a better player? If you had a draft, you're gonna take Drew Holiday over Kyrie.
No,
This is egregious, Morgan. I'm
Don't
gonna
say it.
This
but we have to break it down. It's my
No.
Please
own.
don't.
Drew
We have
Holiday
to
is a
break it
dog.
down. This is an all-time two-way player, multi-time finals winner. Like, we're not just gonna sit here and scoff like Drew Holiday wasn't the guy. Like, I won't stand for it. I won't.
Kyrie Irving
Offensively, Kyrie Irving is better than both guys that have been named. Yeah.
by so much though. Like
Yeah, the
it's,
defense doesn't even matter at that point.
it's by so much.
It's all offense, though. Leadership, playmaking. All of this we have to take into account when we are talking about this. We have to take it into account.
He's
We
closer
do.
to Jeff Teague than he is to Kyrie. All right.
That's true.
That's great. That's crazy.
It's
I
factual.
mean, I get it. I get it, but like,
I mean, I don't know. Not with the final.
we can't.
Like we're still. I still feel like we're having.
Wait.
Wait.
Wait. Who picks higher? Trey Young or Kyle Lowry?
Trey, yeah.
Oh, so no hesitation for Trey. No hesitation. Oh shit.
That's
No,
nasty, bro.
no hesitation for Trey, but Kyrie now it's
You asked me
debatable.
tired.
Huh?
You asked me if he tired.
What?
I'm saying you have no hesitation for Trey. But for Kyrie now, there's a whole explanation, and there's all these things. Who picked higher, Trey Young, Trey, or Drew?
We're talking peak.
I'm asking who peaked higher.
Pete?
That's two. You can give me two players' names.
Peak, the pinnacle.
Yes.
The height
Who
of their
peaked higher?
career.
Yes.
The height of their career. Trey Young peaked higher than. See, I'm not even ready for that conversation. All right, so let's go to the next panel. Chris Paul. Chris Paul. All right. Who peaked higher, Julian? Who peaked higher? Be serious. Be serious.
Between who?
Between Trey Young and Chris Paul.
Chris Paul peaked higher than Trey Young. What are we doing?
I don't understand. What?
What?
What are we talking about? What are we talking? What are we actually
Man,
talking
I'm about to log off. This is
The
blowing.
peak. The peak.
Chris Paul.
Oh my God. The peak. What was Chris Paul doing that Trey Young wasn't doing? As a point guard.
Leading a team to the finals?
What team?
The
That's
Suns?
not
What
even.
team?
The thing is, like, that's not even close to Chris Paul's peak. Like Chris Paul at his peak,
What?
Yeah,
first and foremost,
I'm just
I
saying
agree with you.
career-wise.
I
Chris
agree.
Paul, dude. Number one, Chris Paul has one of the most unlucky careers ever. Right?
Oh my
If we're just
God.
talking,
Oh,
it's
that's
true.
terrible.
It's just true. It's
That's
true.
terrible.
If we're just talking about injury luck and BS that can't really be controlled, Chris Paul had one of the most unlucky careers we've ever seen.
No one
It's
cares.
facts.
Who peaked? Who peaked?
Chris Paul peaked much higher than Trey, bro. Chris
How?
Paul.
By what metric are we?
He was-
What standard?
Okay, Chris Paul's an Olympian. All right, Chris Paul was a top 5 player. Chris Paul was a top 5 player at his peak. He was a top 5 player at his peak.
I don't agree with that. That's too far.
It's
Wait,
true though.
What
Okay,
are
top
you
10.
talking
Okay,
about?
5. Okay, 5 may be far, but at least top 10.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know when he was on the Hornets. I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. So this had to be what? Let me see. bro.
I don't remember the years. I was a kid, but yeah, Chris Paul was easily.
Five, maybe.
I don't even saying top 5 is really not that crazy.
Chris Paul is top 5. Julia, you should be ashamed.
I shouldn't. I was living. I lived it. I was living for that. I remember this being a real thing.
Okay. So through the years of 08 through 10, Chris Paul had an argument for top 5. You want to stand on that?
Top 5 to top 10 at least. At worst, top 10. You're pulling up
So-
stats. I don't care about the
I'm
stats.
not pulling up stats.
Hello.
We don't need stats to debunk this. We don't need stats to debunk this. Like, we just go through the first 3 that pop into mind, of course. The LeBron Jameses of the world, the Kobe's of the world, the Melos of the world. Like, we get that out of the way. That's 3 people right there. Right? We just get that out of the way. Okay? The T-Max of the world. We get that out of the way.
Not then.
Oh, okay.
Then
2008. You could say Dwight.
Yeah. You the Duncans of the world? Are you serious? Like, am I missing something?
dude, Chris Paul at his peak was a monster. I don't know why we're like he beat us. That
Bro,
happened with David West and Scola.
Chris Paul was cool. Nah, he definitely was cool.
He was not cool. He
Yes,
was a
he
monster.
was cool, bro. He was very cool. Like, he's an all-time great. Like, he's a great player. I understand it. But
I don't.
Trae Young's peak? Do you know what
There
that
is
is?
no argument. Wait. I'm not gonna let you finish because there is no argument for a Trey Young peaking higher than Chris Paul, bro. There's not a single argument.
What?
No.
I don't understand. Like, 30-10.
Trey Young
And
is
you're
not
an
better than
ankle
Jalen
roll. You want to talk
Brunson.
about unlucky? You were an ankle roll away from a playoff berth for the Atlanta Hawks.
Trey Young is not better than Jalen Brunson.
The Atlanta Hawks.
Trey Young didn't peak higher than John Wall.
He took Kevin Herter and Clint Capella. You talk about Luis Scola, bro. David West is all time. Like, we're talking Clint Capella. You gotta
Trevor Ariza and them. Yeah, they were good teams. But like, come on now.
you come on, bro. Like, nah, Trey not even in this discussion, but I just need that acknowledgement. If we talking about peak, pinnacle, Russell Westbrook, he's a name that's been listed on this. Absolutely washes a CP3 and a Kyrie away.
I don't know. That's not true.
That is true.
That's it's just not.
I don't know what we're doing here. I don't
It's
know.
not true.
By what metric?
I don't have a stat for you. I can't throw a stat out. I lived watching them play. I watched both of them play throughout their careers. That metric.
So you watched Mr. Triple Double in the flesh.
Bro, I watched Russell Westbrook stat pad his way to a triple double. Yeah.
This stat pad. Right, here we go. Right.
Dude, I don't understand. See, my thing is, look, we just had a conversation about Kyle Lowry, who impacts winning and things like that. No point guard maybe ever has impacted winning. Not ever. Okay. Very few point guards ever have impacted winning the way that Chris Paul has. And I don't necessarily mean winning a championship. No, he hasn't gotten all the way there. But in terms of elevating his team, almost no players ever, literally ever,
Do you know
have
who
impacted winning.
Chris Paul has played with in his career, bro?
Dude, every team Chris Paul goes to, they get way better. Every single
You know
time.
who he's played with?
Dude. Yes, I know who he's played with, and I know that they got exponentially better when he came to their team.
Bro, they just needed a vet.
DeAndre Jordan was a first team All NBA player with Chris Paul. Let that sink in.
Imagine if he had Trey. Like, come on, bro.
Are you? I cannot believe this. I cannot believe it.
I won't. I refuse to compare Lob City Paul. I refuse to compare Lob City Paul to Pete Trey Young. If we want to talk Hornets ball, that's a completely different story. Lob City Paul. That's not. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do it. Like it's not the same. It's not the same. I'm sorry, but again, it's neither here nor there. Impacted winning, Julian. You great point, right? Because if we want to talk about Russell Westbrook's peak, right, they were not winning a bunch of games with him playing that play style with Sabrinas and Steven Adams and what have you, right? So they weren't winning games like that for sure. You got me. You got me on that front, right? But again, this peak conversation, you move a little bro to the side. You move a little bro to the side on that. Is he a top 10 point guard of all time to you?
I think so. I'll have to look at lists and stuff, but I think he would be. It's hard off the top of my head. I'm sure I'll forget a lot of people. Did Perkins make his list? Like, who did he put up? I feel like if you don't put him top 10, like you've got to put like a Steve Nash over him, and I assume that goes to the MVPs, but not much else, or like a Jason Kidd, I think would be over him. If we're not putting him top 10, but I don't know who he put in his top 10.
I say let's think about this right now. Let's make our own list. All right, let's make our own list. We got Magic, we got Steph, right?
He put Oscar Robertson, John Stockton. This is AI, but I think he said
Isaiah, right? So that's 5.
Isaiah Thomas. He put Gary Payton, Russell Westbrook. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm not rolling with Russ. I'm not gonna lie.
That's 9. And then he mentioned
9.
Gary, I believe so.
That's 7.
Magic, Steph,
That's 7.
Oscar. That's 7. Magic, Steph,
Oscar, Stockton,
Isaiah.
Oh, brother. Okay, hang on. Let's reset.
Russ.
We got.
Then he mentioned
who?
what?
Who did you say?
We got Magic. We got Steph. Right.
Yep.
We got Isaiah Thomas, Oscar Robertson. Right. We got Gary Payton.
They said Stockton.
I think he mentioned Stockton already. I think we are at 7.
This is 6.
That's 6. He's counting right now. He didn't include Russ yet.
Yeah, because Russ, I was like half season on. Well, for the sake of the argument, to just keep the list going, 7. Jason Kidd, 8.
Nash.
Jerry West,
Come on, bro.
bro. I
I
mean,
mean-
like, if we're making an all-time list, are we not gonna include the logo?
No.
Are we not gonna include?
Bro, we can say like we can pay homage to Jerry West for being the logo and not say he's better than Chris Paul, bro. Come on, bro. We seen him play. There's clips of Jerry West playing. He's not better than Chris Paul. He's not better than Chris Paul.
You gotta respect those that walk.
No, I agree. I don't even do the comparing era thing, but like, come, let's be real. Jerry West is not better than Chris Paul basketball. We can't put Jerry West above him. I'm sorry, we can't. He didn't even win. He won one, maybe. No, he didn't win.
List, bro. We said IT, GP, Nash. Did we say Nash? I don't know if we included
Nash.
Kid he had on there.
I think we said Nash at 9, if I'm not mistaken.
What put Bob Cousy in there?
As I'm holding up 8 fingers.
Yeah, like that's how. And then we get to the rush, like
West.
and that's what he did with his 10, I think. Like,
Yeah, he's fried. I don't know what perks on, but like you can't put Bob Cousy over Chris Paul, bro. I don't even. How can we do that?
I mean, they walk so we can run. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Like I said,
it's
pay respect to the guys who came before you. I'm all for that.
obvious, like
But that's just so far. It's so far ahead that it's not even comparable. You know, like
again. My thing is this though. Y'all always laugh when I bring it up, but if we have says, okay, we could weed through a lot of this, Julian, right? Because what if I threw in a name in a hat like a Tony Parker, somebody who affects winning at a high level, the Flying Dutchman. Like what if the spin cycle, Joey? Like if I threw in something like that, then what are we doing, right? So we need the stats, accolades, the story, and the eye test in order to make these assumptions. Like in order to make these takes, right? We need it. I believe.
dude. The only thing is like Chris Paul was never about getting 30.
You know
I'm just watching him play, bro. We all see it. Chris Paul's not trying to go out there and get 30.
is he trying to win?
Yes, he did a lot
Well, a lot.
of games. He didn't win a championship. We know. There's guys who didn't win a championship. Jerry West lost a lot of times in a small league.
Julian, I know what you care about. So
I care about winning, and I'm not putting some of those guys over Chris Paul. Because I witnessed Chris Paul be dominant. I remember this.
now,
Like,
so I want to ask you a question, bro. In what top 10 list do we ever include guys without rings?
Dude, small forward. Every list is going to be a dudes without rings. I'm sorry.
Every
And
list.
Carmelo has no rings. He's top 10. We
So
can
why
go
are
to
we
every
including-
list.
So why are we including?
I'd have to pull
top
up
10
the
list?
list. Like,
Karl Malone has no rings. Let's go to every list. Every single one. There's going to be a top 10 player.
Power forward is 100%.
I mean,
You
it's
got
a
Charles
power
Barkley.
forward.
You've got Karl Malone. Like
Shooting guard. James Harden has no rings.
Wait, you lost me there. No, you definitely lost me there.
He's not a top 10 2 ever.
I mean, is he classified as a 2? Like,
yes.
I mean, if you can count him as a 1 then.
nah, if we count him as a, well, I don't know. I honestly don't know. So
I say we count him as a 2. Honestly,
Yeah, he's turned into a 1 now, and he's fire at both. I mean,
feel
he's
like-
a monster.
I feel like he's played more 2. I mean, more 1 than 2 in his career at this.
He
point.
had to transition to a 1 for sure, but I don't know.
So I don't know. I don't know. But again, so I personally believe that, but that's the thing, though, Drew. I mean, there's certain things you gotta have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we pull up Chris Paul's, let me see something, bro. I gotta go to the Googles. Let me see something, bro. Because with Chris Paul, he's on a 75. No MVPs, no chips.
I don't care about any of that though. I care about chips, but I don't care about. I care about chips. I don't care about MVPs or any of that media stuff. I don't. That's stupid.
I mean, it's hardware though. It cements.
I just don't care.
It definitely cements you. So I don't know about this one, bro. But all right, let's wrap this up though. Okay, so that's what we got to Pete. But Kyrie Irving wasn't better than Pete Kyle Lowry. I'm gonna give Kai the nod. Kendrick Perkins says Chris Paul is a top 10 point guard of all time.
Yes, he is a top 10.
The one thing that would sway me is where he is in assists all time, I think. That would move me a lot to know that he's one of those guys. I feel like he has the longevity and the stats to put him in that conversation. If he's up there and that, like, I don't know what it is all time, but
he's
if
number 2, bro.
Then yeah, we can give him the nod. You know what I'm saying?
He's better than John Stockton too, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, bro. Like, nah.
Yes.
Nah. I
don't know if I go that far, but
yeah, I don't know if
I'm just saying,
he's top 10. Like, I'm good with saying Chris Paul's top 10. I just don't know if I would put him over John.
John Stockton.
I don't think so.
John Stockton is not better than Chris Paul or Jason Kidd.
Or Jason Kidd. Nah, come on, bro.
Are we?
Yes, we are. We are. John Stockton.
Wait. Why though? Why?
You had the walk. So
Jason Kidd. I'm saying Jason Kidd was redeemed team. Like, not like he wasn't like that.
I'm not saying he wasn't like that. I'm just saying, like, if we think about John Stockton's body, like, the only reason that John Stockton couldn't get there is because of JoJo. That's the only reason.
But Jason Kidd went to a finals.
No, it's not the same, bro. Like, this dude was a.
Do you know who they went to the finals with? Bald-headed Richard Jefferson was he a rookie? He might have been a rookie, bro. It might have been rookie Richard Jefferson.
Aren't taking into account that he had to stare down JoJo. He stared down the barrel. Like, that's what he had to do. Like,
They lost.
Many people did. Like, anyway.
Congrats to him. He and Karl Malone were a great duo. I don't think that he's a better player than Chris Paul. He's also on video. It's very accessible to see him play. Like, he's on a lot of video. We can see him go play in the biggest stage. Go watch him play in the finals. He's not better than Chris Paul.
You're comparing errors. You're comparing errors.
I don't even like to do that. I'm just talking about who. I'm just talking about who's a better player. Chris Paul's a better player than him, bro.
But like,
and we know the stats.
Kyrie's a better player than him. Like,
but the stats were also cooked up though. Like, I know he's the all-time assist leader and all that, but like, you haven't seen those. I will say they're conspiracy theories, but I don't want to cite conspiracy theories. I don't want to cite conspiracy theories, but we've seen some of the assists that they credited John Stockton with, and that's why he is like 4,000 assists higher than everyone else. Chris Paul played 20 years, and they call him point guard, and John Stockton is 3,000 assists higher than it.
Bro, anywho,
mind you, Jason Kidd is third.
Lil Zay is more skilled than John Stockton at his prime. Like, he has a deeper bag. Like, we get that. Lastly, CP3 was it? Yeah, let me hold up. Yeah, so You taking CP over Kyrie? Then I assume, Julian.
Yeah, he's a all-time player. Yes, he was a better player, all time, not by a lot. Kyrie was like that.
We'll be in agreement on that one. All right, let's wrap this up, gentlemen. All right, so we did also have this top 10 list of top 10 players in the East. Okay. Just give me a scale of 1 to 10 on how egregious this is. Like, we go Giannis, 1, Brunson, Spider, Paolo, Cade, Joel, Evan Mobley, Jaylen Brown, Karl Anthony Towns, and Trae Young. Right. On a scale of 1 to crazy, right? What are we ranking this?
Julian's mogging the camera right now.
It's crazy, bro.
He's a troll. But
It's crazy. Is this is a projection for next year, I assume, right?
This is NBA.com. The top 10
saying-
players
I'm saying
after
for
last
next-
year.
this is projecting next year because you should have like Jason Tatum, Tyrese.
Yeah. This is definitely for next year. 100.
Okay, so if we're taking that into account, I mean Giannis is the best player for sure. I'm not even mad at Jalen Brunson too. Like he should be up there.
I don't know.
I mean, who are we gonna play? Like, I'm just struggling to find guys who I would definitely put over Jalen Brunson. So I'm saying I'm not mad at it. Donovan Mitchell, y'all know me, but I'm not rolling with Donovan Mitchell number 3. I'm not gonna lie. Palo's probably been better than Donovan Mitchell.
That's it.